This is part two of what if deku had permeation. Basically, where you can move shit. The first part will be on the Dragon King channel. I will show you the video now because I don't exactly know his name. This dude right here. The first part will be on his channel. Anyway, let's get into the what if. So, where he left off, he sent Deku home. So let's send Deku back to school, and when he goes back to school, the press breaks in to the I guess academy, you can call it. The press breaks into UA, and there's a panic. So Deku, he let's say he jumps on uh now he permeates his head through like the hallway wall and says he makes like a joke or whatever, and he tells everybody to calm down after he makes that joke, because I have no clue what the joke would be. I would have said it if I had a good joke for that, but uh, after he says the joke, everybody calms down and they go back to their respected classes, and they go to the USJ. As they're walking down the hall, Kirishima says, "Whoa, they even have fake villains." And Aizawa says that's what he said in the anime. I'm 100% sure this is what he said in the anime. Those aren't fake villains. Students get back or whatever. He says something like that. Um, and Deku, instead of getting back, he jumps down and he starts like beating up all the villains, like going mayhem on them, going through the floor, appearing like right in front of somebody, hitting them, appearing behind them, hitting them, just like whopping the floor with all the villains. While Aizawa like is barely like he's doing stuff, but like he's barely making his way down. And then the Nomu comes out, and Aizawa starts fighting the Nomu. Deku takes out half the villains, and then he realizes that the villains are teleported somewhere else, and he realized Aizawa was fighting the Nomu, so he runs up. He doesn't run up, but he goes through the floor, and then he reappears. Hits the rope. I mean, not the robot. He hits the Nomu on the back of the head. With yeah, and he has one for on this too. So he hits it with 10% full Kalin, and then he goes back through the floor. Then he appears on the front side of the Nomu. Then he hits that with 20% full Kalin, because the first two really didn't do nothing. And then he goes all the way to 25% full Kalin, which he can't stay in this form for too long. So he picks it. He picks up the whole Nomu, and then he starts spinning round and round in circles, and then he chunks the Nomu in the air, and then the Nomu flies like all the way. It goes all the way through the ceiling, and then flies all the way back down, hits onto the floor, and then Deku beats it up just a little more, and the Nomu is destroyed. And after that, Deku passes out. All Might walks in the door and um, says, "I am here, do not fear." And then he realizes that Deku already took care of the Nomu. So he just helps clearing out all the other little villains. And that's the age attack, I guess. And okay, let's see. So they go to the um they go home for 2 weeks, and he trains with Mirio. I'll say this is what the training outfit looks like, cause why not? It already looks like it could be training gear anyway. So yeah, that's what the training outfit look like, and they're basically doing whatever Mirio training is. Oh, and Deku goes to Sornida's office with Mirio sometimes, but not like all the time. Just every now and then. And like the school doesn't care because he was doing it way before he even got into UA. I'll say. And the so he just works with Mirio and Tsunade for those 2 weeks, and then he goes back to the U. No, he goes back to UA, and uh, it they go. Aizawa says it's time for the sports festival. Um, go get your hero suits. I'll say they get to wear their hero suits this time because I don't know if they got to wear their hero suits last time, but he tells them go get their hero outfits and go down to um, the bus so we can get to the sports festival. They go to the bus and they get in the. It takes like I'd say 20 minutes. They're just all talking about their quirks or whatever. Deku says he has a half and he says he has a half and half quirk. He has permeation and a physical enhancement. And they're like they really don't say nothing on it because he hasn't he hasn't did nothing like All Might yet. Because I'll say he has Mirio's fighting style, so he hasn't like did nothing like All Might would yet. So nobody says your quirk's kind of like All Might's, except the formation part. Nobody says that because he's been fighting like Mirio, so like they didn't even know that he had a physical enhancement too. Which he kind of does because one for all is just a physical enhancement if you really think about it. But whatever. Then you go to. They do the race. Deku, this goes through the floor, and he goes all the way to the finish line. And then he reappears. He got first place. And then you go to the like where Deku was on up of people thingy, whatever you want to call it. You go to that, and I guess this could be a team. Tokoroki, Uraka, Ida, and that other girl that was on the team. So and Ida really hasn't challenged Bakugo yet because like he was going to, but before he could talk to Deku was already like going through the floor, so it's like, oh, I'll just tell him later, basically type thing. So he goes and he runs all the way across, and he gets to the finish line. I already said that. I'm repeating myself. God damn it. So Tokoroki just encases them with ice, and they literally they just sit there because they're in a ball of ice. The only person that really tried to break through it is Bakugo, but Tokoroki kept repacking the ice. Every time Bakugo would break some, he would make more. So, he wasn't getting nowhere. So Deku's team gets first place, and Bakugo. I'll say they ended up Bakugo ended up giving up on Deku and going after some small points. So Bakugo got second place, and I'll say Momo's team got third place in that. And then I don't know. Oh yeah, okay, no. So the tail dude tells Deku something's wrong with that one dude's quirk. I think it's like a mind control quirk. As long as you don't talk to him, it doesn't activate. But I'll say he gets on to Deku. Like he starts talking about Deku's brother and how he's stuck up and stuff, and that makes Deku mad. And Deku says how dare you talk about my brother like that? Then the dude says, gotcha. And he says, just turn around and walk off the ring. And Deku starts walking off the ring. And the same thing that happened in Canon happens. He sees the other assessors, and then he flicks the floor, and he turns around, runs up to the dude with the mind control quirk, and he doesn't even use permeation. He just runs up, uses 5% of one for all, and hits him all the way off the ring. And then every other fight goes down to Cannon. I think the next person that he fought was Bakugo. So Bakugo versus Deku. Deku just permeates through the floor. Bakugo starts exploding the floor, but it really doesn't do nothing to Deku. And Deku appears behind Bakugo, hits him in his back, and then appears right in front of Bakugo and hits him in his side, like he does a round horse kick him in the side, and then Bakugo turns. I'll say he doesn't dodge it, but he takes the hit. He turns to Deku, explodes Deku, um, ribs. He doesn't break any ribs, but he explodes Deku's like where his ribs are. That sends Deku flying back a little bit. Deku goes into the arena again, like he permits through the floor again. He rushes up to Bakugo, and he appears right in front of Bakugo, hitting Bakugo in the face with 15% one for all and passing, making Bakugo pass out to bring Deku win. Every other fight goes down to Cannon, but Bakugo, uh, no, he did fight Uraraka before he fought Deku, didn't he? Yeah, never mind. He goes to the next fight. Everything else goes down to Cannon. He fights. No, it's the Tokoroki fight. I guess I'm going to have to leave this off on a cliffhanger. The cliffhanger would be him about to fight Tokoroki, so it would give me more time. Oh wait, no. I'd have to test the Dragon King, and the Dragon King will be doing the Tokoroki fight. So, yeah.